This is Tammy from Handmade by TLC. Today I'm going to show you how to trim or cut off excess rubber from Whimsy Stamps store. This particular image is Devilish Donna. It's made by Kenny K. Whimsy rubber comes in this condition and it's mounted on foam. It has a back on it. What I want to show you is, number one, you don't have to trim off any of the rubber. Some people find that it's a little bit easier to stamp with once the excess is gone. But I am going to show you that you can get a perfect stamping with the rubber if you apply the ink down onto the rubber like this. Make sure that it's completely covered. It does have a little bit of excess here I can just wipe off. Make sure you apply even pressure all around the stamp and you get a perfect image. I do want to show you how to trim the rubber down, so we're going to clean this rubber off just a little bit. I want to be coated in black ink by the time I'm done here. Reapply the backing to it. The main goal here is to use very sharp scissors. Mine are made by EK Success. They're extremely sharp. I stay between 1/4 and 1/8 of an inch away from the raised rubber on your image. I cut in straight lines only, and I place the scissors at an angle cutting outward. This is going to allow the foam to be longer than the rubber, and it will increase your chances on getting a perfect stamped impression. Straight lines only. Your intentions are to take off as much of this excess as you can, but not cut too close to the image. I recommend between 1/4 and 1/8 of an inch away from the image itself. So we're going to cut in here just slightly. I like to use the very tip of these scissors because they're so sharp. And then again, you want to make sure that you're on the angle so that the foam stays longer than the rubber and meet that other tip. And cut a little bit away from inside there. And do it again here, this way, on an angle. Turn your rubber, meet it this way. You never want to squish your rubber while you're cutting. It can increase the amount of stress and stretching on the rubber, so you shouldn't have to do any of that while you're cutting. Again, you stay about 1/4 of an inch away. Turn your rubber. Make sure your knife is on an angle. Do that all the way around. Goes much faster, of course, when you're cutting on your own. I wanted to keep it nice and slow. If you didn't meet the first time, you can snip. Excess rubber is fine. See how an angle all the way around that is? Make sure that you're about 1/4 to 1/8 of an inch away, and snip as many portions as you like. Some images have a large amount of space on the inside of the image itself. For example, this image has this entire section of a shirt. It's really not necessary to cut that away. If you stamp your ink from ink down to the rubber, it should work really well. Okay, and we are going to snip the rest of this here and here. Okay, and there we have the entire Kenny K image. I wanted to show you what the rubber should, or the foam should look like on the back. As you can see, there's not a great deal of stress anywhere in the foam itself. That should give you a really good impression. We're going to show you. Place it on a block. That one's not quite big enough. One size up. Attach it. I'm using Memento ink today. We're gonna stamp the entire image again. Take that image, place it on your paper. Again, even pressure. You don't want to push too hard in one specific spot, you'll get it blotched. And you lift. I have more ink on it this time than I did the original time, but as you can see, they do come out perfectly stamped. And you'll get a good rubber impression every time with Whimsy Stamps if you cut with this quality. Thank you for joining me today. It's Tammy with Handmade by TLC for Whimsy Stamps with the Kenny K image.